Hello guys, today I'm back on finishing this playground and I will add stairs and later on I will add some other projects, but today we'll be building stairs. So for the stairs, of course, we'll be using treated wood, and we will have patio blocks as the base. However, these are special patio blocks. These are the plastic ones, so they're not harmful for kids. And they will protect even the treated wood, which is not ground contact treated. There will be two um, patio bases and four stringers. I'll be using 4x4s, and for the threads I'll be using 2x4s. Here I'm just showing you the example of the layout. So there'll be two stringers, 4x4s, and there'll be threads like this, so pretty simplistic. 4x4s will give me the ability to cut through them and place the threads within them, so I can glue them, I can screw them in, and it will make these stairs very sturdy, because I already have um, something similar on the other side. Let me show you. This is the example how stairs will look. So this is the base. This is same base that I'll be using. It's lightweight, it's very sturdy, it's not sharp, it's safe for kids. This will be stringers. See, it attaches to the base playground. The stringers will be about 4 feet long, and the distance between them will be about 15 to 16 inches. I'll use my handy dandy ice scraper for cutting grass, and then I'll just gently remove it, and I'll probably plant it somewhere else. For the next step, we will add 0.75 crushed stone. We will compact it, we will level it up, and we will place patio support on top of it. And before we do it, it's a good idea to compact a little bit the soil. Okay, levels are perfect. Distance between stringers will be 16 inches, and they'll be positioned about 8 inches from the base. So I already measured everything, and 8 inches are here, and 8 inches are here. So these guys are positioned in its place. So I'll just fix them like that for the time being. And next I'm going to be using two 6 feet long 4x4s. I will measure them, I will cut them, and then I will start making actually the ladder. Since I have an angle here, it's a little bit hard to measure the correct length of the stringer. So what I'm going to do is I will cut approximately 1 inch longer or 2 inch longer, and then I will measure it again, and then I will cut. I'll do the final cut. So here I need to cut roughly 51 inch. So that's what I'm gonna do. Even when I do rough cuts, I like to measure it first with the blade, and then I know exactly where it's gonna cut. To measure the angle to cut here and at the bottom of this stringer, we're gonna be using a little bit of geometry. We'll be using this angle up on the phone, and what we're gonna do, since we know this stringer makes a triangle and one corner is 90 degrees, so we can measure the other corner and calculate the third corner. What we're gonna do is measure this angle, which is 80 degrees, and then 90, 80, and the rest is 10 degrees, which will make 180. The other corner is just 10 degrees, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut 10 degrees at the top, at the bottom, and it will make it level. To attach this board flush to the beam, I'll just make it 90 degrees and just remove a little bit of this corner, and it's gonna be good enough to attach. We'll just see, like that. I just need a little bit. Will look something like that. It's a 90-degree cut, and this will sit flush to the beam, and we'll do the second stringer exactly like this. The stringers are done. As you can see, they're flush, they're level with the ground as well. So the next part we have to do is measure all these steps, and yeah, we're gonna attach them to the stringers. So how we know the level of the steps or threads? Since we know that this corner, the top corner, is 10 degrees, how we measured it because of the triangle, 90, 80, and then the rest was the 10 degrees. That's how we cut it. Now what we have to do, we take this speed square, put like that, and then because all the angles are here, we just put it down to 10 degrees, and that will be the level of this stringer. So again, 10 degrees is very easy. Speed square and just like that. And whenever the degree is here, you just make mark here. So I'll say for me it's 10 degrees, and then here will be exactly parallel to the top and to the bottom. 4 threads. I'll be using standard 2x4s, which are 1.5 inches thick, and there'll be 10 inches distance between each of them. So I'll start measuring it from here. So what I'm gonna do is I already marked the top one, and next will be 10 inches, then 1.5 inches, and then another 10 inches, then 1.5 inches, and then 10 inches, and then 1.5 inches. So makes up to 4 threads, and the same for the second stringer. Now we're gonna mark the lines for each thread. So we're gonna be using this speed square, same as I said. 10 degrees are here, so we're gonna just find out where the 10 degrees are and just go like this. A little bit harder at the top because it's short, but I'll just eyeball it. and then I can simply measure from here. Exactly same here. So yeah, I was correct. Same. Put with where your mark is, and then just move it till you see 10 degrees. And then make your mark. Same here. As you can see, everything is parallel and it's parallel to the edges. To attach threads, I'll make 1.25 inch deep cuts through stringers, and I will rasp the rest of the wood. Now I'll cut in the middle, and I'll remove the wood, and I will rasp the rest. Now when the stringers are ready, we're gonna measure our threads. So for the threads, since here is 1.25 inch, which adds to 2.5 inches, and the length of our threads will be 16 inch, so 16 plus 2.5 will be 18.5. And since somewhere I cut a little bit more, I will add a 1/4 inch, so it will be 18 3/4 length for each thread. Okay, something like that, and then I'll need to cut 3 more. I'm making sure I'm adding the width for the blade, for the cut. To attach threads, I'll be using this wood glue, and I'll be using JRK fasteners. They're great, they don't need pre-drilling. However, I will pre-drill because I really hate splitted wood. And then I made this little template for pre-drilling, which will make my job a little bit faster. Just to see if everything's fine. Here, yes, okay. And I have to be fast because it's pretty hot today. Now, one important rule, we have to make sure everything is square, so 90 degrees angle between threads and stringers. This is the final look before we attach it to the playground. You can see 4 threads, 10 inches in between. It fits perfectly. To connect these stairs to the base, I'll be using wood glue. I'll be using this 6-inch headlock screws, 2 per stringer, and I will also pre-drill 2 holes per each stringer. So this is how you would do stairs or ladder for playgrounds or any other application you need to. It's sturdy, it's gonna last, and it's fairly simple to do. Right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for watching. This is final look. I added grass and I put some seeds, and soon it will be exactly the same like it was before, just with additional ladder.